Hey, friend, ever wandered through a Chinatown at dawn? The streets pulse with life, walks sizzle, vendors call out, neon signs flicker to life. From tiny, dumpling stalls in Shanghai to bustling restaurants in San Francisco, Chinese entrepreneurs don't just run businesses, empires. Be it a corner store in New York or a cafe in Sydney, wherever Chinese communities take root, wealth follows. Why is that? What's their secret? Is it raw hustle, some ancient code, or a mindset you could actually steal? Stick with me for this one. This isn't just about retail. It's about getting rich, smart. It's about life skills that change everything, and is inspired by the greatest books ever written. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The Lean Startup Beyond. Jime Tianqiama. World Reach. Wensa. Nuts of highly effective people. These books, paired with Chinese business wisdom, hold the keys to millions. Meet Lydia Zhang, a Chinese immigrant who arrived in San Francisco in 2010 with $50 and a dream. Today, she owns a chain of restaurants across California. Her story weaves together the secrets of Chinese entrepreneurs, the wisdom of these books, and practical skills you can use right now. By the end, you'll be buzzing with ideas, ready to start your own hustle, ready for the ride. Let's dive in. Ba. 2dy lam zao. Leikom lam laiu. Let's kick things off with the first secret. Your work is your wealth, the Chinese call it. Leikom lam lai. It means turning sweat into profit. In Lean Startup BL, Eric Ries says to start small, test fast, and scale what works. That's the Chinese way. Most of us think a business needs big money, a shiny storefront, a perfect plan, but for Chinese hustlers like Lydia Zhang, those are just excuses. Picture Lydia in 2010. She's 25, standing on a foggy San Francisco street. Her English is shaky. Her savings, $50. Most would take a dishwashing job and call it quits. Not Lydia. She spots a gap. Tech workers and students rush by, hungry for quick, cheap food, but she can't afford a restaurant. No problem. She starts tiny, a borrowed cart. She spends $30 on flour, pork, and spices, makes homemade bao buns, sells them for $1 each, cost 25 cents. That's 75 cents profit per bun. She sells 50 a day. That's $37.52. She reinvests every cent. More buns, more sales. By month's end, her $50 is $250. They don't wait for a windfall. No money. Use your hands. No shop. Use a sidewalk. No staff. Work harder. Lean Startup B calls this a minimum viable product. Lydia's buns were her MVP. They sold. So she doubled down. Contrast that with most people. You dream of a business but freeze. I need $10,000. I need a website. I need a logo. Lydia, she needed a cart and grit. Every dollar went back into her hustle. By year 2, she rented a food stall. By year 4, she owned a small diner. This mindset is everywhere in Chinese communities. Think of Mei Chen in Los Angeles in 1995. She started with $300, selling bao buns from a cart. By 2005, she had 3 diners. John Wei in Chicago in 1998, he used $200 to sell snacks from a cart. By 2008, he owned 4 convenience stores. What's the pattern? Start small, work hard, reinvest. Let's tie this to I'm Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki says, don't work for money. Make money work for you. Lydia didn't spend her profits on clothes or gadgets. She reinvested, like the rich dad. What? By 2014, her diner was pulling in $2,000 a month. She used that to open a second location, then a third. Her money worked harder than she did, but it wasn't always smooth. Mia hit a wall. A food inspector shut her stall for a week. No sales, bills piled up. Most would quit. Not Lydia. She used the downtime to tweak her recipe. When she reopened, her buns sold faster. Lesson: failure isn't the end, it's a chance to improve. How can you apply this? You don't need a fortune. Got $10. Buy bulk keychains and sell them on Etsy. Got a skill? Offer tutoring for $10 an hour. Reinvest every dime. Test fast, like the Lean Startup. Make money work like a rich dad, poor dad. That's how Lydia turned $50 into $10,000. That's how Chinese entrepreneurs get rich. But here's the big question. How does Lydia keep her customers hooked? What's the secret to her loyal crowd? You won't believe this. ###me, Part 2, by Học Thành Công, Khách hàng là ông chủ. Let's talk about the first lesson of success. Customers are king. In key think and grow rich. Napoleon Hill says success comes from giving people what they want. Chinese entrepreneurs live this. To them, customers aren't just buyers. They're the heart of the business. Most businesses push products. Chinese businesses, they serve people, and that's why their shops are packed. Back to Lydia. It's 2013, and her food stall's buzzing. The air's rich with steamed buns and sesame oil. But it's not just the food that draws crowds, it's Lydia. She knows every regular. Mrs. Wong loves extra scallions. Mr. Lee wants spicy sauce on the side. When a kid spills a drink, Lydia laughs, hands them another. On me, she says. That kid's dad. He's a customer for life. This isn't just being nice. It's strategy. Lydia knows a happy customer doesn't just buy once. They return, they bring friends, they build her brand. So, she goes all in. A customer asks for vegetarian buns. Lydia experiments with tofu. Another complains about a cold dish. She remakes it, no charge. Her rule, make them feel like family. Compare that to most businesses. Ever walk into a store and feel like a number? Or fight for a refund? Chinese entrepreneurs do the opposite. They listen, they adapt, they care. Think of Lin Hao in Seattle. In 2002, he sold bubble tea from a cart. He remembered every customer's order. By 2010, he had 3 calves. Wendy Liu in Miami. In 2007, she sold pastries from a table. She customized every order. By 2015, she owned 3 bakeries. Lydia's stall grows because of this. By 2015, she's got a diner with lines around the block. Why? She's solving problems. A tech worker needs lunch in 5 minutes. Lydia preps grab-and-go boxes. A family wants a big order. She throws in free tea. Her customers don't just eat. They trust her, and trust, it's worth more than any billboard. But success comes with challenges. In 2016, a big chain restaurant opened nearby. Cheaper prices, flashy ads. Lydia's sales dropped 40%. Most would panic. Not Lydia. She leaned on why think and grow rich. Hill says to focus on your vision. Lydia's vision. Outserve the chain. She hosted free tastings, offered loyalty discounts, trained her staff to smile, chat, and care. By 2017, her customers were back. The chain, it closed. Lesson. Serve better. Win bigger. Let's tie this to I'm rich dad, poor dad. Kiyosaki says wealth comes from solving others' problems. Lydia didn't just sell buns. She sold convenience, care, and community. That's why her diner thrived. Let's make it real for you. Think about your last great purchase. Why'd you go back? The product or the feeling? Chinese businesses bet on feeling. You can too. Starting a hustle. Know your customers. Sell stickers on TikTok. Ask buyers what designs they love. Add a freebie. They'll return, they'll rave. But there's another secret. Something that makes Chinese businesses unstoppable. What is it? This will change everything. Part 3. Kỹ năng sống 2D cộng đồng now. Let's talk life skills. The power of community. Chinese entrepreneurs don't go solo. They soar together. This isn't just business. It's a way of life. In Community 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen Covey says to seek first to understand, then to be understood. Chinese communities do this. They build networks where everyone wins. And it's a skill you can learn. Back to Lydia. In 2010, she's a stranger in San Francisco. No contacts, no credit, but she's not alone. Chinatown steps in. A vendor, Mr. Hu, lends her that cart for free. A supplier, Mrs. Chen, gives her ingredients on credit. Why? They see her hustle. They know her success lifts them all, and it does. This isn't charity. It's strategy. Chinese communities are ecosystems. They rent to each other, buy from each other, buy from each other, share knowledge. Lydia's stall grows. She buys spices from Mr. Hua, who hires Mrs. Chan's cousin. She's not just running a business. She's part of a web. Think of Zhang Wei in Chicago in 1998. A vendor lent him a cart. By 2008, he paid it back with jobs for the vendor's family. Or Mei Chen in La in 1995. A supplier gave her credit. By 2005, she was their biggest client. The pattern: Chinese businesses grow together. Let's look at a Chinatown food court. One stall sells dim sum. Another sells bubble tea. A third sells desserts. They are not rivals, they are partners. The dim sum stall sends customers to the tea shop. The tea shop points to the dessert stand. Everyone's cash register rings. This mindset goes deeper. Chinese businesses avoid price wars. Two cafes in Chinatown. They don't slash prices to kill each other. They specialize. One serves milk tea, the other herbal tea. Customers choose by taste, not cost. Both thrive. Lydia lives this. By 2018, she's got 3 restaurants. She doesn't undercut other Chinatown spots. She collaborates, shares suppliers for bulk discounts. When a neighbor's shop burns down, Lydia donates $1,000. Why? A strong community means strong profits. But let's talk life skills. Community takes work. Lydia masters 3 skills. She wakes at 4 a.m. to prep food, to prep food, meet suppliers by 6 a.m. Meet suppliers by 6 a.m. all day. How? She prioritizes, focuses on what matters: quality, customers, connections, relationships. She chats with regulars, shares tips with vendors, builds trust, not competition. When sales dip, she stays calm, learns from mistakes, keeps pushing. These skills save her. In 2019, a supplier scams her. She loses $2,000. Most would crumble. Lydia leans on her network. Mr. Hugh connects her to a new supplier. She's back in business in days. By 2020, she's got 5 restaurants. How can you apply this? You don't need a Chinatown. Build your own circle. Starting a hustle. Connect with others. Sell art on Instagram. Join a creator group. Share posts, trade tips, manage time. Spend 1 hour daily on your goal. Stay resilient. Learn from flops. This is how Lydia built an empire. This is how you build your life. But there's more. How does Lydia scale her empire? What's the secret to lasting wealth? You'll want to stick around. Part 4. To Dai Lam Zhao, Tang Chung Bin Vượng. Let's dive back into wealth building. Growing smart and sustainable. Rich Dad, Poor Dad teaches us to make money work for us. Entrepreneurs don't just earn, they multiply. They reinvest profits, manage risks, and plan long-term. Lydia's story shows how this mindset turns small wins into empires. By 2020, Lydia's got 5 restaurants. Each pulls in $5,000 a month. That's $25,000 total. Most would splurge. Not Lydia. She follows Zen Rich Dad, Poor Dad. She reinvests 70% of profits. $17,500 goes to new locations, better equipment, and staff training. A safety net for risks. This balance is key. Let's break it down. In 2021, Lydia wants to open a 6th restaurant. It'll cost $50,000. She doesn't take a bank loan. Why? Debt is risky. Instead, she saves profits for a year. By 2022, she's got the cash. The new restaurant opens debt-free. It's a hit. By 2023, it's earning $6,000 a month. This isn't new. Think of Lin Hao in Seattle. In 2005, he saved tea cart profits to open a cafe. By 2010, he had 3. Or Wendy Liu in Miami. In 2010, she reinvested pastry sales to rent a bakery. By 2015, she owned 3. Reinvest, stay lean, grow steady. Join the lean startup. Ties in here. Eric Rice says to pivot or persevere. Lydia pivots when needed. In 2022, customers want healthier options. She adds veggie dumplings. Sales jump 20%. She also perseveres when a new location struggles. She tweaks the menu instead of closing. By 2023, AI is profitable. But growth brings risks. In 2023, a competitor slashes prices. Most would cut prices too. Not Lydia. She leans on quality, improves recipes, trains staff to upsell. By 2024, her sales recover. The competitor out of business. Lesson: don't race to the bottom, build value. How can you apply this? Reinvest your wins. Starting a hustle. Sell phone cases on TikTok. Earn $100. Put $70 into more stock. Save $30 for risks. Plan long term. Want a big goal? Break it into steps. Grow steady, like Lydia. That's how she turned $10,000 into $50,000. That's how Chinese entrepreneurs build lasting wealth. But what about the tough days? How does Lydia stay strong when things fall apart? This next part is powerful. Bort 5. Kỹ năng sống, vượt qua áp lực. Let's talk about another life skill. Thriving under pressure. Think and grow rich. Say success starts in the mind. Chinese entrepreneurs face setbacks, but stay unbreakable. They use positive thinking, goal setting, and stress management. Lydia's story shows how these skills turn struggles into triumphs. By 2024, Lydia's chain is booming. 8 restaurants, $500,000 a year in revenue. But success isn't easy. She works 16-hour days, manages 50 staff, deals with suppliers, customers, and taxes. The pressure's intense. Most would burn out. Not Lydia. She leans on skills from Kanta 7 habits. First, proactivity. Covey says to control what you can. Lydia can't control competitors, but she can control her response. In 2024, a supplier raises prices 20%. Instead of stressing, she negotiates, finds a new supplier, saves 10%. Second, goal setting. Don't think and grow rich. Says to visualize success. Lydia sets clear goals. In 2023, she aims to open 2 new restaurants by 2025. She breaks it down. Save $100,000, scout locations, hire staff. Each step keeps her focused. Mid-2025, she's halfway there. Third, do HRS management. Lydia starts each day with 10 minutes of meditation. It clears her mind. She also journals, writes down worries, then solutions. This keeps her calm. When a restaurant floods in 2024, she doesn't panic. She journals. Fifth, damage, claim insurance, reopen in 30 days. It works. Let's look at others. Mai Chen-in-La faced a lawsuit in 2000. She meditated daily, stayed focused, won the case. Zhang Huai in Chicago lost a store to fire in 2005. He set new goals, rebuilt bigger. These entrepreneurs don't just survive, they thrive. But Lydia's biggest test comes in 2024. A recession hits, customers cut spending, her sales drop 25%. Staff quit, bills pile up. She's on the verge of losing everything. Most would give up. Not Lydia. She leans on think and grow rich. Hill says to burn all bridges behind you. Lydia doubles down. She cuts costs, launches a delivery app, offers discounts to loyal customers. By 2025, her sales rebound. By 2000 than ever. How can you apply this? Master your mind. Feeling stressed. Try 5 minutes of deep breathing. Set goals. Write down one thing to achieve this week. Be proactive. Solve one problem today. This is how Lydia survived. This is how you'll thrive. Ready for the big picture? Let's bring it all together. Smart thought 6. Tomcat and call to action. Why do Chinese entrepreneurs build empires? It's not luck, it's a mindset, a blend of hustle, service, community, and resilience. Inspired by Ein Rich Dad, Poor Dad, They Lean, Startup, Think and Grow Rich, and Kanta 7 Habits. They turn $50 into millions. And you can too. Let's recap Lydia's journey. She started with $50, a bun cart in San Francisco. By 2015, She had a diner by 2020, 5 restaurants by 2025, a chain across California. She faced failures, closures, scams, recessions, but she won with these secrets. Kutu Dai Lam Zhao. Start small, reinvest, grow smart. Wick success lessons. Serve customers like king. Learn from flops. Work life skills. Build networks, manage time, stay unbreakable. Her story isn't alone. Mei Chen turned $300 into diners. Zhang Wei turned $200 into stores. Lin Hao turned $150 into cafes. Wendy Liu turned $100 into bakeries. And is backed by the world's best books. Here's your playbook. 1. Start small. Got $5. Sell pens on eBay. Reinvest every cent like Yona. The lean startup. Test fast like in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Make money work. 2. Reserve customers. Know their needs. Solve their problems. Sell art online. Add a thank you note like we think and grow rich. Give what they want. 3. Code bill. A network car. Don't compete, collaborate. Join a business group. Share resources like the 7 habits. Smart. Save profits. Avoid debt. Plan long-term. 5. Stay strong and meditate. Set goals. Push through stress. Now, it's your turn. What's your first step? Might be selling a product on TikTok. Might be chatting with a customer. Or joining a networking event. Whatever it is, start today. I've got a free guide in the description. Lydia's exact steps, lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the lean startup bee, and more. How to hustle with $0. How to win customers. How to build a circle. Grab it. Start your hustle. One last thing. Comment below. What's your first hustle step? I'll sell something small. I'll connect with someone. Share it. We're in this together. Next time, we're diving into the wealth secrets of Indian entrepreneurs, how they turn education and tech into millions, from one of the world's poorest nations. You won't want to miss it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's keep growing. Thanks for watching. Your journey starts now. See you in the next one.